And welcome to another episode of Coffee at Camp with Aaron and
Amy.
Amy is our musician here at camp, playing music in all the chapel sessions, and not just doing that, but compiling the music before chapel. Amy is the one that takes a lot of pictures at camp. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. And she also does she's at least was doing a lot of the design and development of brochures and stuff like that. And we appreciate her creative eye, both of them here at camp. One of the things that she's been doing is creating merch for the camp store. And on this particular piece of merchandise, you can see our wonderful display of postcards that we sell in the camp store. This one's my favorite in the multi-pack. This is a nice giant campfire. You can see some faces of campers glowing behind that. Really cool picture there. Amy, tell us about yours.
This was one that I took on just on a walk in our woods one fall, and yeah, this postcard pack is just a grouping of several of my favorite landscape scenic photos that we've taken just over the past couple of years here at camp.
So you can order these on the online camp store. That's the merch of the month this month for $3.50 for what is it, an 8-pack,
Yes,
6-pack?
there's
8-pack.
eight different photos in there.
8 variety photos that you can get in this pack. If you really, wanted to, you could create a little art gallery in your home with these, get little 4x6 frames.
Poster wall.
Yeah, and you could make it really cool. But check out the camp store, $3.50 plus shipping. While you're there, get some other cool stuff too. Amy also brought her mug today, and she's going to tell us about it.
So this one is from Door County Coffee up in Door County, Wisconsin. We like to get we like to pick up souvenir coffee mugs when we go on vacations and stuff. So from a couple of years ago.
I brought my I Love You More Than Bacon mug today. Just an adequate expression of love between husband and wife. But we're going to talk a little bit today about your camp story and how you ended up here. I think the first time I heard your maiden name was with your sister, when your sister Laura came here and volunteered in the summer. And then she left and I left and then you came. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so Laura was out here first time in 2011. She was out here volunteering as a counselor for the summer. So that was my first introduction to camp, was when we came to pick her up that year. And then a couple years later in 2013 was the first year that I was here as a volunteer counselor. I was here for 3 weeks, and yeah, just really unexpectedly fell in love with the place then, because at the time I was very much not an outdoorsy person and really was dreading coming even in general. So that quickly changed over the course of the 3 weeks, and yeah.
And how did you hear about camp before you even got here? Obviously from your older sister, but how did that get introduced to your family?
Yeah, so she was asked to come by a friend of ours from church who had heard about it through VCY, heard about them advertising on the radio for summer counselors and stuff like that. So that's how she got introduced out here, and then brought me back a couple years later.
Cool. And you met a fella here at camp.
It did. So 2013, Josh was here volunteering that summer as well. We both were back here the next couple of summers as well, and took notice of each other then. Not that that's why was 100% not the intention of either of our coming here, but the Lord worked things out. I was not able to come back 2016 through 2018 for a variety of reasons, but yeah, 2019 we started dating, and rest is history.
Yeah, rest is history. Josh and Amy, actually, you got engaged here at camp.
Did.
Then the wedding was shortly after that out in South Dakota, and since then you've got Hunter at home.
Yes.
He's been a good little helper around camp, and
Yes.
we're excited about little baby Aldrich number 2 being on its way here at camp. Amy, tell us a little bit about what you're doing now, some things that you're planning on in the next several months.
Yeah, so right now working on getting our music roster lined up for the next couple of events that we have that require that. Songs picked out for chapel sessions, working on getting some brochures made for summer and other things, and then yeah, just working on a little bit of transition as we expect another baby this summer, and that's going to throw a little bit of wrench in things, but yeah, working everything out.
That's right. And the Lord actually had all of that planned in place, which is really cool to watch that happen, because we've got a few different staff members this summer that are going to be here that are able to contribute to all the photography, the picture taking that we need done. that's going to be a little bit difficult for you.
Yep.
We have some musically talented staff that are coming in for the summer that are able to help with that. And it's really cool to watch, just in the staff in general, but in this specific situation, how God is working through his people, getting us ready for another season of camp.
Yeah, it's worked out really nicely so far. Haven't had to stress out about much of it, so that's
Right.
been nice.
Well, I hope that you will consider joining us here at camp. We've got a special event coming up very soon called the Family Freeze Out. And right now it is freezing outside. That's why we're inside. But that's going to be a fun event. We've got just a few days left to register for that. Sign up online at
trailridge.org.
I caught you with a drink in your mouth. Good job. Trailridge.org. Get signed up. It's going to be a great weekend. And join us next time for more Coffee at Camp with our next guest. And enjoy a nice warm cup of coffee, hot chocolate today, or tea if you're so inclined.